Hey guys, let's get more news from Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. See it, Steph Curry drills insane full-court shot from tunnel. The Golden State Warriors may not look like their usual, dominant selves, but Steph Curry still got it. The star point guard usually closes out pregame attempting outlandish, no-angle shots from the tunnel during pregame warm-ups. This shot was a whole other level of impressive. Curry drilled a shot from behind the opposite baseline, well over 100 feet in distance. The trick shot was a precursor of what Curry was about to do to the Los Angeles Clippers later that night. The 35-year-old finished 9-4-19 from behind the arc to hang a game-high 41 points on LA. Curry became the first player in NBA history to hit at least 7 threes in 4 straight games. It's the 5th time this season that Curry hit at least 9 threes in a game, 4 of which have come in February. He has scored 30 or more in 3 of his last 4 games. Despite the heroics from deep, the Warriors blew a double-digit lead to fall to the Clippers, 130-125. It was the 9th Warriors loss this season to feature a blown double-digit lead. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr was denied his 500th regular season win, returning to the sideline after attending the funeral for Dejan Milojevic in Serbia. Golden State is currently 26-26, good for the 10th best record in the Western Conference. The Warriors, who are 7-3 in their last 10 games, reportedly attempted to trade for Lebron James at the deadline to pair him with Curry. It had been some time since the Warriors crumbled in a game like this. Heading into Wednesday, Golden State had won 8 of its past 11 games and put together a 5-game win streak. The Warriors believed they had turned a corner and built some momentum. But their loss to LA was a reminder of how much more they need to do. "We're very average," Warriors guard Stephen Curry said. "Very average doesn't get it done in this league. We need to make a run. Hopefully, we bounce back tomorrow and after the All-Star break hit a stride where we win every game, at home, and steal a few on the road. We've been very average so far, so we have to regain that home court fear that we have grown accustomed to in the past." As the Warriors' lead disintegrated in the closing minutes, Thompson's frustration from the bench was obvious. He went 4 of 14 shooting against the Clippers, and Kerr had opted against closing with him again, instead choosing Podziemski, who made 5 threes and scored 25 points. But Kerr called Thompson's number with 48 seconds left and the Warriors down 6 out of a timeout. He inserted him for Kuminga because the Warriors needed threes. On the ensuing possession, Podziemski hit one from the deep left corner with 39 seconds left. It cut the Clippers' lead to 3 points, allowing the Warriors to play defense without fouling. But Thompson didn't read the situation correctly. He immediately fouled Russell Westbrook after the inbounds, causing Kerr and the Warriors' bench to react in confusion. "We didn't want to foul," Kerr said. "We're down 3 with 38 seconds. It's an obvious defend and play it out, get a rebound." Stephen Curry after Warriors blow another game to Clippers, "We're very average." After the Golden State Warriors lost to the Los Angeles Clippers last night, February 14, Stephen Curry called the team very average. The Warriors' 130-125 loss to the Clippers was their 6th defeat after leading by at least 15 points this season. "We're very average," Stephen Curry said. "Very average doesn't get it done in this league. We need to make a run. Hopefully, we bounce back tomorrow and after the All-Star break hit a stride where we win every game, at home, and steal a few on the road. We've been very average so far, so we have to regain that home court fear that we have grown accustomed to in the past." The Warriors are 26-26 on the season. They are in 10th place in the Western Conference standings. "Either way, how tonight would have gone, we would say the same thing about tomorrow," Curry said. "We're trying to keep the streak going and not have any missteps. Now, it's the same mission but a different mindset of bouncing back and just feeling good going into a 6-day break. It's a very, 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 very important game, to say the least." The Warriors face the Utah Jazz tonight, February 15, in their final game before the All-Star break. Golden State beat Utah on February 12 by a final score of 129-107. Curry is the only player on the Warriors averaging at least 20.0 points. The two-time MVP is averaging 28.3 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 4.9 assists this season, while shooting 46.5% from the field, 42.3% from beyond the arc, and 92.7% from the free throw line. If the season ended today, the Warriors would be in the play-in tournament. The Dubs lost to the Los Angeles Lakers in the second round of the playoffs last year. It will be interesting to see how Curry and company do in the second half of the season. Steph Curry dishes on Warriors' failure to lure LeBron James. The ESPN bombshell on Valentine's Day about the Golden State Warriors' failed bid to land Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James at the trade deadline was not news to Stephen Curry. Of course, as the franchise cornerstone, he knew what the front office was up to. So what shocked him was the information getting leaked. "I'm never surprised about our team inquiring," Curry told reporters after the Warriors dropped a 130-125 heartbreaker to the Kawhi Leonard-less Los Angeles Clippers on February 14. "It's always a surprise that stuff like that gets out, because I'm assuming that every team is making calls that if every fan or every fan base or media group would know about, it would maybe normalize the conversations that happen in the front office, especially around the trade deadline when you're exploring around the league who's available, who's not, engaging interest on that. So, obviously, a guy like Bron who you would probably call just to see if he's available." I don't know what the depths of those conversations were, but that was a nice little surprise this Wednesday morning for sure. A Curry-James tandem would have changed the NBA's landscape massively and potentially extend the Warriors' fading dynasty. According to the ESPN report, the Warriors were serious in their trade deadline pursuit of James, that the conversation started at the owner's level. Armed with the encouragement of Warriors star Draymond Green, Golden State owner Joe Lacob reached out to Lakers owner Jeannie Buss to inquire whether James' apparent public frustration could be interpreted as an opening to discuss a trade, sources said. Buss told Lacob the Lakers had no desire to trade James, but that he would need to seek the answer on James' state of mind from his agent, Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul, sources said. As an owner, Buss has operated with the mindset that she wants her star players content with the franchise, and that instructed her thinking on referring Warriors leadership to James' representation, sources said. Green, according to the report, desperately tried to lure James to join him and Curry at Golden State. The Warriors forward sent a text message to his agent, Rich Paul, who also represents James, and his Lakers co-star Anthony Davis, asking for the power agent's help to convince James. The Warriors ultimately failed, with James finally expressing his commitment to the Lakers organization for this season and next season, according to the ESPN report. In the end, the answer was returned resoundingly on the eve of the trade deadline. Paul told Lacob and Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. that James had no interest in a trade and wanted to remain a Laker, sources said. When Dunleavy reached out to Lakers GM Rob Pelinka in those pre-trade deadline hours, Dunleavy had been told the same. The Lakers wanted to keep James, sources said. Save for Wednesday's fourth-quarter collapse against the Clippers, the Warriors have started to turn things around. They have won 7 of their last 9 games to enter the play-in picture. Interestingly, they are trailing James and his Lakers, who are 2 full games ahead of them in the standings entering February 15. And you fan, what do you think of the LeBron James situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.